Hey, friends, welcome to the very first episode of Recess Recap. I'm your host, Miss T.
And I'm the co-host, Miss J, and we're cousins, lifelong besties, and teachers with over 15 years of stories, bruises, and emotional damage from being in the classroom.
For sure. I teach middle school, so I live in the land of, hormones, the raging kind, and passive aggressive.
Oh man, and I'm teach elementary school. That's where the kids cry. They hug you, and then they throw up all in the same breath.
Every week, we'll be sharing the funniest, most jaw-dropping, and occasionally, heartwarming moments from the wild world of teaching.
So, whether you're a fellow teacher, hey, a parent, or you just want to be nosy, welcome. You're in for a wild ride.
As we all know, everyone doesn't get to go to recess. Okay, so Jay, who's
Yeah,
in teacher time out? Because everybody can't play with us.
everybody can play with us. And there is definitely a teacher that is going into timeout today. The
Okay.
timeout teacher comes from Georgia. He's a basketball coach. They say he's a legendary basketball coach in Georgia.
A
And
legendary that can't come to recess with
girl, listen to what he did.
us? Or we kicking the legends out. Okay, come on.
The basketball coach decided that he was taking the team on a trip to the Bahamas. Yay, coach. Yes.
Okay, again, I don't hear anything about why this man is in timeout. So what's going on?
Well, they was in the Bahamas. I don't know what happened. The players was enjoying themselves too much or what. But this man decided to spank some of the players. Took his shoe off and spanked them.
Okay. All right. Now I can see why he's in the corner. Okay. All right.
Got
So,
to treat other people's kids different than your own, right?
yeah, I get it. Man, sometimes we be going there, but we don't went too far.
We
All
went
right,
to
coach, you in timeout. I don't know how you gonna redeem yourself. But because you got legendary status, I'm sure you can work something out. Okay.
no.
Okay. All right. Man. All right. So before we start embarrassing ourselves weekly, how about we do a quick intro?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Start us off.
So, like I said, I teach middle school. I've been in the game for over 15 years. I love it. I hate it, but I keep showing up anyway. So,
Oh man, same here. I teach littles, that's what I call them. And trust me, elementary school is not the peaceful place people think it is. There's stickers everywhere. There's tantrums. Once in a while, you get farted on, or better yet, they touch you after they've dug in their pants. And all of this could happen during morning meeting time, the start of the day.
it feels a little like just hearing your experience. It kind of feels like I'm teaching the upper middles. Okay, it's a lot of touching, farting, unsanitary touching. I get it. I get it. All right, y'all. We started this podcast because the teacher stories that we tell each other after school on the way home, they just be too good not to share. And we live in two different states, okay? And we're constantly yapping about our days as a teacher.
Yeah, those days. Sometimes they make you laugh, sometimes they make you cry, but whatever they do, we know we just can't quit.
That's right. I mean, you could quit, but I don't know about you.
Mm,
This is what I always wanted to do. So
yeah,
I'm doing it.
girl.
This is what I'm doing. So we're gonna find the joy in the storm and we're gonna ride it out. Today's essential question, okay, is let us teach these kids.
Uh-oh.
All right, these are our very first teaching stories, the ones that made us realize we was in too deep. What you got, Jay?
Well, I'll go first. It was during my student teaching. Now, y'all remember y'all student teaching when you learning how to do stuff and you got a supervising teacher. Now, I have a early childhood endorsement. So I was student teaching in a kindergarten classroom. And I had this one student who just loved me. For the sake of this show, we're going to call it little Johnny. He just loved me and he always wanted to be around Miss Jane. So one day, it's near the end of the day, about 3 o'clock. We get out about 3:40. He comes up to me and he says, Miss J, I gotta use the restroom. I said, okay, Johnny, go ahead and go in. I looked over his teacher, made sure she understood. She's shaking her head like, yeah. So he goes in, we're doing our ending center time, our crafts or whatever, having a good time. So we look up and it's about 3:30. 3:40, they calling buses and we gather students up, walk them out or whatever. And she's like, where is Johnny at? I'm like, I don't know. So I go and I'm like, he must be in the bathroom. So I go and knock on the door and I'm like, Johnny, you okay? He's like, yeah, Miss J. I'm like, oh, Johnny, are you sure you don't sound all right? It just won't come out. I'm like, what? It just won't come out. It can't come out. It's stuck. I said it won't come out. It's stuck. What you? I gotta go out and boo boo. Oh boy. I said, hold on. So I run to get my supervisor and teacher, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? She said, I'm gonna try to take care of it. You go ahead and get the rest of the class ready. So I'm getting them together. She come back over about 2, 3 minutes later. She's like, Miss Jane, he want to talk to you again, but she's like, you can't go in there and do that. That's not healthy. That's not sanitary. I said, okay, I'm gonna go do it anyway. So I got to go in there and convince him through the door. So I don't think I'm going in there to come out because the buses is being called. Red bus, the first one, and he's being called. So I'm like, come on, Johnny, come on. It's stuck. I can't get it out. I said, honey, I can't go in there and help you. I can't get it out for you. You're just gonna have to come on and get on the bus. I got your stuff here at the door. Come on out. He acted like he didn't want to come, y'all. Eventually I heard that toilet flush. And he was the last one to get on that bus. But I couldn't go in there and help little Johnny get that out. That ain't what I ain't built for this. Look, I'm in too deep. But
That's deep. That's deep. I would have said, what was the supervising teacher's name?
we'll call her Miss S.
Okay, we're not gonna call her name. Miss Supervising Teacher, thank you so much for an experience I'll never be able to unthink about. Okay, it'll haunt me in my nightmares. Oh,
Girl, that's what I didn't do.
oh man, when them kids love you, they get personal real quick. They
Personal, real quick, like
because
dig it
I'm just
out.
like, I don't know how you want me to help you aside from let me roll this toilet tissue up under the door.
Wait, there used to be Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston had a reality show, and Bobby Brown dug it out for Whitney
Don't bring
Houston.
this up.
I hope he didn't think I was gonna do that. I can't do that for you. I love you, baby, but my nerves won't let me take that. So yeah, I was in too
Oh,
deep. I
that
was
was
in too deep.
that's deep. And you're still here. X amount of
I'm
years
still
later.
here.
Man, I wonder if he thinks about that time he was constipated. And he asked his teacher to help him.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
sure
it's
he's an
20 years
old
ago.
adult
20
with
years
a
ago. I'm sure
family
he's
now.
not thinking.
If you're out there, she's so sorry she couldn't help you.
I don't know about that now.
she's, she's so sorry she couldn't help you. My one of my first teaching stories. Okay. I've got one.
Tell
Um,
me.
I I moved back to Texas after college, and one of the first jobs I got was in this like second chance charter school for kids who had like been kicked out. And so I was a floater teaching my
Oh yeah.
subject, but I was floating between middle school and the high school in a very like compact building. And then at some point they were like, you know what's a good idea? We're gonna put you in the trailer. And I'm like, yay, I get my own space. I don't have to like push this cart of stuff around anymore. And I was so excited. And so me and the art teacher were sharing the space. But one day, and when she would teach our class, because the thing was so small, the room was so small. When she would teach
Yeah,
our class, I would leave. When I would teach my class, she would leave. So our classes will not be held at the same time.
that makes sense.
Okay. And so one day it was time for her to come in. I left. I was on my break. I didn't have any kids at that time. But when I go back, I notice she's not there, and the kids have run amok. Okay,
Ugh.
they've run amok. They've torn the place
Mm,
to shreds. Okay, and I was
mm.
like disgusted. That was part one. Part two was that weekend I went home. For the weekend I went home. When I came back on that Monday, the trailer was gone.
What?
The trailer had been repossessed.
Repossessed? Do you do that?
There was a blank spot where my class used to be. And no one thought to tell me. Needless to say,
Repossessed?
I did not give up on education. I did give up on that school. I was like, give me my last check. This is
Right?
this is too much for me and not enough all at the same time. Kids were great, but yeah, it was a wild, wild time. So I had to get up out of there. Okay.
Oh, I
I
can
got
see
my
why.
check and I drove straight 12 hours in the middle of the day back to Florida. That's how much I wanted to leave. I was like, you know what? I'm leaving and I'm not coming back
Start again.
here.
Start again, sis. Start again.
So I had to start over again. And so I did. I started over again.
That's okay.
Well, we've got to wrap this up with our favorite segment, and we call this segment Teacher's Pet. Okay, that's the
Ooh.
drama teacher and me singing. So get over it.
I love it. So this week, I'm giving my Teacher's Pet Award to a student who asked me if I wanted to, take a little nap. I mean, they saw me yawning in class. It was not unusual. And for being so kind and considerate. Yes, darling. Yes, I want to take a nap.
I would have
What
taken
about
it
you?
a step further. I would have said, yes, thank you. Come sit right here. Let me go put my head down like y'all be doing. Thank you. And then we'll call it like a role swap. If anyone comes in,
Tap me on my shoulder.
yeah, you pretend as if you're the teacher and I'm
Oh,
role playing you.
oh,
Need different
Lord.
point of views and perspectives. No?
Yeah, sounds like Reader's Theater.
Oh, exactly. Um, okay, so this week I'm giving my Teacher's Pet Award to a young lady who I did not teach this year, but I taught her the year before, but she would always come find me every single day at dismissal and just tell me how life was going every day. And she brought me this really, really, really nice teacher gift that I was not expecting at the end of the school year on the last day of school. And
Oh,
it was like a little Hydro Flask cup. And when I tell you I've been drinking my water, you see my skin. I've been drinking
they
my
can't
water.
see your skin, but I bet it's
They
glowing.
can't, it's glowing. You can't hear my skin. Can you hear my skin glowing? That's
Girl,
not a thing.
we hear
Okay.
your skin. Your skin is too old because it's crispy. Okay. You been in the sun too long?
Okay. See, that was rude. That was rude.
Oh, sorry. But I'm sure it's glowing beautiful.
It's glowing. Anyways, so shout out to that student. You really put a smile on my face and you didn't have to. And I appreciate you and your mamas. Okay. It's time for homework recess, renegades. That's right. That's what we're calling y'all.
Oh,
If you listen to this show and you're a fan, you are a recess renegade. You can always come sit with us, unless you're doing what that man did in the Bahamas. Then we got to put you in timeout. But otherwise,
no way.
you a recess renegade. So it's time for homework.
All right, Recess Renegades. Then let me tell you this. Your homework assignment this week is simple. Check on your fellow teachers, send them a text message, give them a call. We know it's summertime, but everybody likes to feel included, welcomed, and loved. Call them and see what's up with them today.
I like that. All right. And remember, my homework for you is to drink water. Don't check those emails because the only email you're going to get is that just want to let you guys know what time to return for the staff meeting. And no one needs that headache. No one
Not
needs
yet.
that sadness, okay? Take some time to just enjoy. life, anything that you
Mm.
want. Listen to your favorite song. And remember, this summer is about you. It's the summer of you. Do you. That's your
Yeah, I like that. It's recovery summer for the Recess Renegades. Okay.
I love that. A good alliteration. Good job. Good job, cousin. All right.
We'll see you on the
Next
next
time on Reset.
Recess Recap.